some of it. That's fine. Not the biggest deal. A little tedious, but nothing beyond what I would say is insane. I mean, like you can see a little bit of the green behind me. That's not too bad. So for now, let's get into it. I'm gonna show the settings real quick. My game is gonna be a little laggy. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm doing a fresh save. There we go. Okay. So I think for gameplay wise, tutorials I'm gonna turn off. I've done the game enough times. Mission system, I do like the missions. I think it's a good way to earn XP early game, so I'm gonna keep probably most of those. I'm gonna keep that on. Unit system, Imperial, I almost did metric, but I am an American, so I think I'll keep toggle aim off. Toggle breath, I'm gonna turn that on. Manual reload, yeah, you know what, I'll do that, and then yeah, we'll do manual chambering. We'll make this not necessarily as immersive as possible, because I know it's not going to be immersive. So compass, we'll do free, I guess. Hide hunting HUD. Stock indicators. Yeah, we'll do that. Multiplayer name tags. We'll keep those on. Interaction hints. We'll turn that off. Control hints. Turn that off. POI icon. We'll turn that off. POI icons. Okay, on the map we'll keep them on just because I like knowing where my I really like knowing where my drink zones and stuff are. Need zone icons, we're gonna keep those on. Dog position, we'll turn that one off. I mean, I don't know if I'll even be hunting with a dog. I don't know what DLCs I have right now on my PC. So reticle shape, we'll do none. We'll stick with none. Reticle color white. Clues, here we go. I want to keep the track on. That's my thing. I'll keep those on for now. Down to animal highlight, I'll turn that off. Spatial tracking cone, I'll turn that off. I'll try my best. We're gonna try the best. Spotting, we're turning spotting off. Well, yeah, no, we'll turn that off just because all that's gonna do is gonna turn it on. Dog outline, we're gonna turn that off. Audio clue visualization, we'll turn that off. Tree stand outline, we're gonna turn, okay, that's not right. Collectible outline, okay, I can't really change that. Yeah, those things I can't drop. Sights are fine, subtitles are fine, those are good. Settings, video, that's all just this stuff, okay. Field of view, let's crank that bad boy to 90. I have to have at least 90 degree of vision. Yep. Quality preset, texture quality or texture resolution, if we do low, I mean just because my computer's a little older, so I want the game to run as smoothly as possible. Gamepad, keyboard, key bindings, yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so we'll do new game, we'll just start fresh. I think we're gonna stick with Leighton Lakes. I'm really comfortable with Leighton. It's already my first favorite guy.
You made it here in one piece.
Wife is already on the case.
Welcome to the untamed wild.
I'll sit through this and we'll actually watch.
Name's Colton Locke, but everyone calls me Doc.
Oh, what's up, Doc?
I'm the warden up here, and I know just about every nook and cranny of this place.
Nook and cranny.
I heard this is your first time in the Pacific Northwest and Lake District.
You are correct.
Well, this here's the best hunting reserve you'll find in 100 miles.
I see a deer already.
I've been hunting here my whole
I don't know if
life,
you guys can see it, but
and I still don't get tired of this place.
Oh. I was gonna give you... Oh, it's just because it's not on there tightly. Okay. Now, I've played this game enough. I know
Go
there's
ahead,
a deer
look
right
around.
for me, so...
There's a lot to discover around here. Not just the big game.
Okay, yeah, so this is
Let's see what you can do.
really awkward, I'm sorry.
Try to find an animal track around here.
I gotta, readjust. Let me readjust where it's comfortable to grab. I might have to turn my sensitivity down just because I'm gonna... Yeah, let me see if I can't find my sense real quick. Because, if not... Yeah, there we go. Look sensitivity. Turn that down to, 75, and we'll try that. And then aim sensitivity, we'll probably do the same thing. We'll probably go to 75, just because I am very jittery. So I know for a fact that if I don't play it a little safe, yeah, I mean that's not too bad. I think I could probably crank this angle right here. So we'll just try to crank it real quick. Okay. I hit it. And then I saw it kind of run off to the left, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, yeah, this is still very, very, very jittery. I'm sorry. But, you know, I'll get used to it. Newer PC player, not exactly a pro, so. Yeah. If that was a good shot, yeah, it looks like it was a vital. So, vital shot should be somewhere off to the left a little bit. Man, this game is really hard to run on my PC. It is not liking it. I'm looking for a corpse somewhere over here. That's not it, is it? That is it. Wow. Okay. So we'll go ahead and run over there for a minute. Or run over there real quick. Nice, nice. Okay. So, first kill of this playthrough, I guess you could say. Pretty good. Now, I know I'm not going to be running a whole lot. Just because I know that, oh, man, that's weird. It doesn't even, like, give you the option to, like, look at it. Man, I gotta fix, like, if I could find a way to, like, yeah, I gotta do something there. Or if I could, 1 second, please. I know I'm in the middle of stream, so sorry, but. I'm trying to find a way to get this, like, background straight, because, I know it's frustrating to look back and just see, like, nothing, you know? Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to just find a way to fix that, because, like, some of the curls in the back I know are a little annoying to deal with. But, for now, that's fine. Not the biggest issue. Okay, so, first one, you know, we'll take that. It's a doe, so I've got shotgun, got a revolver, yep. I'll probably spend most of my time with the revolver. Not with the revolver, but with the rifle. Rifles are what I'm most comfortable with. See anything? I probably could just probably could run up to the outpost, because I know there's an outpost near here. But I think for now, oh, that's a turkey. I don't know if I'm able to get my shotgun out in time. Even if I do, I don't know if I'm able to get to it. I'm hoping he'll land somewhere down here and just give me like a shot. I heard that moose. I'm also gonna try to keep the mic a little closer. Watching some of the videos, if I like turn my head away or do anything like that, the mic quality gets a little choppy. So I'm gonna try to do my best at keeping my head straight. It's very tempting to look over because I've got all my chat and stuff over here. So anytime I want to have to check for chat or anytime I have to do anything like that, I have to like look over. I did in fact lose that turkey. I was right about that. I didn't think I was going to be able to get him necessarily. I mean, like, they're pretty quick on the draw, but, you know, I was hoping that maybe I could somehow get him, so. Ooh, that is salty. See, like, I'm used to playing on my Xbox where, like, I know where all my icons and stuff are, so my thought process is to just sprint everywhere and just go from there. I'm gonna try turning my sensitivity down just a little bit, just because, or maybe I need to do the smoothing, just because, what's the smoothing? We'll try that, and we'll turn this down just a little bit more. We'll do like 65, and we'll see how well that makes it, because I am just absolutely a jittery person. That's a little better. I mean, that's still pretty wicked, but I think it's definitely a lot more bearable, probably, to watch than what was going on before. So we'll see how it goes. Did you guys just see that tree disappear? Am I the only one who just saw that? A tree just vanished from thin air. I like how it goes from, like, there's Like, I can't even tell what that is. Like, that's a rock right there. Like, the graphics are bad. I acknowledge that they're bad. My graphics processor on my computer just can't handle heavy loads. Like, my computer already sounds like it is dying. But you know, that's fine. Yeah, this may not be a game I can stream. This may not be a game I can just play on my PC. I think this is just gonna be too draining for my graphics card. Cause like even me with like the lowest settings, I am on my side, I'm lagging. See, there's the lighthouse. Oh, Bryce. I just saw someone pop up. Bryce has followed. Welcome, Bryce. Thank you. Oh, we got a bear pile.
If you want to get your bearings, there are lookout points spread out all over the reserve.
I'm a little wary of this just because so my graphics card is I wish you guys here. You know when I start playing Call of the Wild? So on my PC about 20 minutes ago, on my Xbox 7 years ago, like it's just a completely different game, you know, like that's kind of like why I wanted to play it, was just because it's a game that I've grown up on, and I always thought it was real fun, and you know, I always liked doing the hunts and stuff, just because it was a slower game. It was a game that when I got mad at Call of Duty, or whenever I got mad at like Rocket League or any other game, I could just kind of hop in and I could hunt for a while. And so I was thinking of like, you know, games I could stream, because like Repo is fun. That's white. No, that could be blacktail, but I'm not able to see it, I don't think. I have the visualization off. But like I was thinking of games I could stream without my friends, because you know Repo's fun, but you know I'm a scaredy cat and I don't want to try to play with like the floating heads and stuff all alone. So I decided, you know, it was either this or maybe a game like Terraria, but you know, I think Terraria, everyone has seen a Terraria playthrough, and it's not like people definitely haven't seen playthroughs of this game. I mean, like I know 1,000 people who have done playthroughs of this game. I know there's 1,000 streamers of it, like, you know, Lady Legend, the Deer Hunt, or the Hunter DD33, or even like Flint or Sparks. But you know, it's just a game that I can play by myself, and I can kind of narrate what I'm doing, and I think it's fun to do. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, if it comes down to me having to find a different one, because this one's, you know,
Would you look at that view? Never gets old, I'm telling you. From
But
up
yeah,
here,
I
you
mean,
can see a
I
lot
love
of
that.
great hunting
I
spots in
think
the
one of my
area.
favorite memories of this game was I don't know
Valmont's
if you've
not
heard
only
of
where
any
Hope
of
set
those
up camp,
games I just told you
it's
about,
also famous for the
like Lady
railroad
Legend or
bridges
any of
along
them.
the old
But
North
specifically
Pacific
Lady
line.
Legend, I was doing
Keep an eye out
on
for
my
them if you
Xbox,
can
I
in
was
between
doing
blacktail
my
hunting.
whitetail
Or,
grind,
why not use
and
them
I
as
was
vantage
like
points?
2,000
I once
kills
bagged
in,
a
and I
whitetail
was
from the
having just
Runaki
like a
Bridge.
rough day over like my
Be
shots
sure
weren't
to
hitting,
stop by one of the
it
outposts.
was just like
You
the
can
respawns
find
were
pretty
not
much
great.
anything you need
And I
there.
remember hopping into Lady Legend because she was streaming, I think it was a moose grind or something. I don't even remember what it was. And I sent her like a paragraph like, hey, you know, I suck. What can I do? Like, it was so stupid. But I was like, hey, you know, like, I'm thinking about switching maps. Because I did my whitetail grind on Layton, and I had it all set up. Like, I had all of my zones cold to like 1s and like low level 2s. And I had all of my like 8 zones set up and everything. And I was just grinding and grinding and grinding, and I was never getting it. And I remember asking, I was like, should I switch to Revan Thule or should I just keep going? And she goes, you know what, just keep going. You're already like, you know, you're already there. And so I remember I was like, you know what, yeah, I'll do a couple more runs. And like 2 runs later, on one of the zones that like it was like, you know, the respawns had been awful that day, like actually just abysmal spawns. I remember going to it and I saw it, and I remembered exactly because I saw it on my now wife's birthday at the time, with my fiance, and I remember just like going back to her thing and chatting, and I ended up being like, I got my great one, you know, thanks for the advice, it helped me for sure, and I spent about an hour chatting with people in there, so that was a good memory of the community. I really like the community for this game. I mean, out of a lot of games nowadays, I think the communities are few and far between. Oh, I am way too far to the east. Oh, I forgot I turned off the pins. That's gonna be annoying. I think I'm gonna just start. I don't even know what time it is. I probably should check what time it is. That's not what I wanted. I gotta figure out like the buttons for this game. So tab brings up the phone. Of course, that's the classic. I bring out my wheel. Oh, that's my wheel. There we go. That's what I like to see. And then of course M is map. Okay. It's 8:30. I think if I can get to this outpost, I can get some ammo, and then I can probably get over. I like following the way I like playing. You know, it kind of ruins the immersion, but I love following along this river just because I know that there's always going to be deer there to some capacity during drink times. So I think I could probably hit here, start over in this area, and then like kind of work my way over to these fields and just see what my initial spawns are. I used to watch a streamer, but my account was deleted and I can't find it again. His picture was like a demon or something like that. A demon. Interesting. I know Scarecrow. I mean, was it just like, if it was just red glowing eyes, I think that's Scarecrow, and that dude is one of the craziest. He is like a crazy good, like, not just Call of the Wild player, but streamer as well. Like that dude, I think he has like 30, 40 great ones. Like that dude has grinded this game to a T so much. I watched a few of his videos trying to get my great one grind set up because I know there was the whole. Who else plays Diablo? Oh, then I have no idea. I have not watched a whole lot of Diablo in my day. That is it's not a game I've watched a lot. But I know that whenever herd management was like the big thing a few years ago, and everyone was like, "Oh, S. McKeg has laid an egg." Thank you to S. McKeg for laying an egg in my chat. I hope that didn't hurt too much as it came out. It's not Scarecrow, but I do watch Scarecrow.
Nice place, right?
Okay, yeah.
You won't find a
I have
soft
no
bed
idea
in many
Kendall
parts
Grays, I'm
around
gonna act
here.
like I do. I'm not gonna be like,
Don't
"Oh,
forget
yeah."
to stock up before heading
I
out.
do, that is, but I've seen him help other streamers and stuff before. But I remember, okay, I don't know, Bryce, how much have you played the game? Like, what's, you said none of your friends play, which, you know, very similar to how I used to be whenever I would play this game, because my friend showed it to me. I played it by myself for a long time. He played it one time with me, and then he never played it again. So I started playing alone. But how much have you played? Because like I don't know if you.
Hey there,
the
you know
ins and
that
outs of
guy I
herd
mentioned
management? 'Cause
earlier,
up until a
Hope?
few years ago, I had no idea what that was.
Well, looks
And
like
that
he's
was, like,
been
the big
having a bit
move
of a
was
problem
everyone
lately.
was like, "Yo, you gotta
He's
do herd
been
management.
camping out
It's
over
really
at Balmont a
good
couple
stuff."
weeks,
And
but
then
coming
I
back
just saw a
last
thing of,
night,
I
he
think it
found
was
his camp
Splinter or
turned
or
on its
someone
head.
like destroying their zones because
Some
they,
food was taken, and
me
apparently the
okay,
place
100
looked
hours
like it
is
had been
still
really
pretty
messed
good.
with.
Like that's a pretty good amount of
I
time
don't
to
know
have
if
the
it was
game.
an animal
But
or
I
some
get it.
tourist troublemakers, but
Do you
I'm
know
up
what
in
herd management
Topeka all
is?
day and can't
'Cause
look into
I'm
it.
not the greatest one to explain it, but I'm sure if
Listen,
you've seen
I know
Scarecrow
you
or
probably
anything like
have
that, you
other
probably,
plans, but
uh,
you're in the right neck of the
Doc,
woods.
listen, dude.
I'd
I'm gonna
sure
need you to
be
stop talking to me.
grateful
I
if you
can't
could just
concentrate
stop on
right
by
now,
and
man.
have a look.
Kinda. Okay. Herd management was basically just the idea that like you shoot the low levels and you keep the high levels. Eventually, you know, there's like a score, like a system where it's like,
Hope showed
okay,
up here 2 years ago.
Doc, dude,
Said something about
come
getting
on,
off
brother,
the grid.
please. You shoot
I
the low
heard he
levels,
lost his
and
family
if
in
you
an
shoot enough of
accident
them,
while
the
he was
game like
deployed
drops
overseas
your average
in
score,
the
your
army.
average rack, and then it's like,
Hit the
oh, we
poor
need to
guy
spawn a big
hard.
one to like make up for that
I
difference.
guess out here you
So
only need
the
to
idea is that
look
you
out
shoot
for
just a ton of
yourself.
low levels
It's
until
easier
you're
that
like
way.
really like rock bottom,
Not the most
and then when
cheerful
you start
fella, to
shooting
be
the high
honest,
levels,
but
it really
he's earned
offsets
his
it because
piece
your
for
score
sure.
drops drastically, and then
Let's
it has
find out
supposedly a
whoever
higher
did
chance of
this.
spawning diamonds and stuff like that, or super rares. Which I mean, in my time doing it, I maybe I'm not gonna say like yeah that's for sure how it worked. There were days when I would have great spawns, like I would shoot a diamond, the diamond would spawn back. You know, that's like the idea of it. But I see a moose. Ooh, look at that guy. He's got a pretty rack. There were also days that like I would shoot a diamond and it would be like a level 1 that spawned back in, and it was like, okay, this kind of sucks. I think nowadays it's more disregarded than anything, but I know a lot of people still do it just because it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that popularity or like that common thought of like, oh, you know, it makes sense, and you know, like I said, it's helped some people. I guess you could say it helped me. I did it on my first Great One grind, but you know, people have definitely gotten them without Great One grinds. I think whenever I get up to the shoreline, I think I'm gonna start walking. Goal is to just maybe get a buck. I've never got a diamond. I've got a piebald gold. Oh, dude, piebald gold is almost. I think a piebald's worth more than diamond, honestly. Diamonds are pretty easy. Piebalds are hard. Piebald gold, red deer, and a piebald croc. That's it for my best trophies. Yeah, dude. Listen, depending on the species, not even depending on species actually, I would take a piebald or like a rare fur variant over a diamond any day at this point. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it's, how do I stop sprinting? It keeps making me sprint. Can I hit shift? Stop? Okay, caps lock. That's what I need to hit. And the piebald red deer was my second one I ever shot. See that, like that right there, crazy luck, makes me like super like, you know, good for you. But I'm jealous, man. I've never seen a piebald red deer of any sort, like male or female, and I want one so bad. They're so hard. Like those fur variants are just so insane to get. But that's what makes them so valuable. Like a diamond, you know, you just shooting up, you'll get one eventually. Piebalds, I think on my, like I said, on my 2200 whitetail grind, I got 30 something diamonds, and that was me like really not shooting my diamonds very much, except for like every couple of days, because I wanted to because I really wanted to, like, you know, the whole idea is that you keep your diamonds and then you shoot them, like I said. So I didn't shoot them very much. There were a couple times that I would go and I would like kill all of them and be like, oh, you know, let's see if anything good spawns, and then nothing would spawn, and then I would grind for another 20 hours through multiple days and get my diamonds back and all that stuff. But like in all that time, I think I got I think maybe 2 piebalds, 1 melanistic, if that, and I don't even know if I got an albino during that whole period. I know the melanistic was a female too. Like it wasn't even like a melanistic buck, it was just a melanistic female. So, you know, it's still not like a crazy trophy. Like, you know, even if it was like a little bronze, you know, at least it's got antlers. But, really, I would have had 2 diamonds, but I used the wrong caliber. Listen, that is, I've done that. I think every single, I think everyone has done that at some point. I know not even my first time, but I know, like, definitely the first time I made that mistake, and I recognized it, like, as I pulled the trigger and I watched, you know, like, I don't know how you play. I normally play with all of the, you know, HUD and stuff on. So, like, I've definitely made the mistake before of, you know, being too comfortable with the weapon I'm using, and I've overshot or undershot my my deer. It's really frustrating. That's a horrible feeling, especially on one that you don't have before. Like I said, I normally hunt whitetail a lot. That's my like go-to animal, just because I know them pretty well. I've done the grind on it a few times, and I like hunting them. But like I've had that before with, it wasn't a crocodile. I don't think, I think it was a like my first diamond moose or something like that. I did that where I'm so used to using on the Xbox. I have the, hold on one second. Stay hydrated. On the Xbox, I have the rifle pack, the like modern rifle pack, and so I use the AR platform rifles. And I'm so used to using the 308 that like I whipped it out and I was like, oh, diamond moose, this is gonna be great, and I shot it. And you know, it can, I think they can now. I think whenever it first came out a couple years ago, I think it was only up to tier 7, and then the 300 was supposed to be a replacement for it. Now they've buffed it to where I think you can go all the way through tier 8, so it can actually get moose. But I remember using the wrong caliber, and I you know, of course, killed it, and I picked it up, and I felt horrible. Like, it was just one of those things, like my heart sank. I saw the, you know, I was expecting the nice little diamond icon, and it popped up, you know, gold, and I was like, oh. I think I like had to take a 5-minute break in real life. I think I just sat my controller down and kind of just sat there and did one of those, you know, pondering the choices I had made to like, you know, how did I get here? You know, why did I not think for half a second longer? And for a while after that, I definitely questioned any time I would take a shot on a diamond. It would be like okay, I've got to lock in here. I've got to make sure I'm A, right distance, B, right ammo, C, hitting a vital, and D, not shooting it in the, what, like, I had the checklist out and ready, and I still flubbed it a couple times, I think, but, you know, I got better at it. I mean, it wasn't too bad, so. I'm looking for whitetail, and I'm not seeing any. I mean, I see some tracks, like, right there. I know that, like, I'm low level. I don't know how bad the low levels are, because I was low level years ago, and I know that they've changed some stuff. You won't believe me, but I deleted the game, and when I re-downloaded it, made me restart. No, I believe that. I know a lot of people. I mean, even a couple months ago, I think back in October, Xbox had a really, really, really bad glitch where if you logged in, there was like a super high chance it was just going to delete your save. Like that is not the most uncommon thing. So I absolutely believe that, because even in, like, I'm in the Discord, like the Hunter Discord. Even in there, they warn people during that period of like, hey, if you're on Xbox, do not get on the game, because it is just risking deleting all your saves. So for like a week, I didn't. For like a week, I did not play the game straight, just waiting on them to fix that. And then they finally did fix it. And I remember a lot of people were asking, you know, like, are we gonna get our mounts back, or are we gonna get our, you know, anything back? And the developers were kind of like, no, we don't store that information, so we have no idea. And a lot of people got mad about that. Yeah, so I absolutely believe, like, having bad luck with your saves, or, you know, being forced to restart, I think that's right up the alley of something that would happen. Where are the deer? It's no, well, hold on, that actually would work. It's 9:15. I guess it's a little early. I mean, normally the deer, I mean, as far as I'm aware, the deer normally start coming out by like 9:30. But I know their drink time starts at 8:30. But I guess this is fine. It kind of gives me a chance to get up to that waterfront that I was talking about. Like I said, I wanted to start here and kind of work my way up. I think I'll probably get to here. I mean, that's my ultimate goal. I know this bridge, and then there's an outpost like right here. I don't know if I'll go to it right now. I might, just because that'd be nice to have something to, like, quick travel to. But I think for now I'll just keep rounding about this little pasture right here, and eventually maybe I can make my way around. And I would just change the time or do the time trick, but I don't have a lot of money because I just started the game. Just did a fresh load. So we're gonna see how that goes. I've got another thing I thought of is I've got no rangefinder, so we're gonna see how range works on this, because I've never, like, it's been years since I haven't had to use like a range, like the zeroing abilities. So definitely have to be really careful with my approach and my shots while I'm playing this. What's lay down? What's prone? Okay, Z is prone. Okay, cool. Wanted to make sure I had that right, because it would really, really, really suck if, you know, for whatever reason, I got close enough to prone and didn't know how. And see, I can't tell at certain distances. I can't tell if the deer just. Oh, that tree kind of looked like, I thought that was a deer walking. I can't tell if, like, it's not loading because the deer just aren't there, or if it's just because my settings are so low. Because, like I said, I do have my settings incredibly low, for the simple fact that if I try to do anything else, my computer might explode. So we'll see. But for now, I'm not getting much. I mean, there was the moose at the beginning. You just got a troll black bear. Oh no. What level was he? Was he 9 legendary, or was he 8 mythical? By troll, I'm assuming you mean he was a 9 legendary. That sucks. I hate trolls. I think trolls are worse at the higher levels, cause like at the lower levels for like whitetail, like 1 to 3, I think 3 kind of makes sense. You know, every once in a while you have to have a dud, but for like a bear of any kind, ooh, there we go. Oh, look at that guy. I just saw a nice rack on one of them. Yep. I think it's that one right there. Yeah, that's a pretty good rack, honestly, in my opinion. 9 was a 22. That's horrible. 9 and a 22.6. That's awful. That's awful. I can't stand trolls, but you get them all the time. Okay. Yeah, I think the play that I'm going to try to make is I'm going to try to get up to here. Like, I'm going to try to get There's a couple. That one I can't see very well, but he looks like he might have a pretty decent rack on him. I'm seeing 1, 2, yeah, 3 at least, and then that one I can't tell because he's hidden in the bushes. My graphics are low. My goal is going to be to sneak up into those bushes right there and then pop out the other side. Maybe not even pop out the other side, but like, you know, hide in the bushes, like creep up on them, and then maybe go from there and try to see what I can do. Okay. I'm trying to see if that one, I think that might just be a doe. I can't tell. I mean, I'm not seeing any signs of like the antlers. I mean, I thought I saw something. I think turkey? I think that's just a doe, so I mean, not the biggest deal. I'm not too stressed about that. I really would like a good buck though to start out the run. We've got the one like free doe that they give everyone. We need to add crossplay. One friend who plays this game on live. Yeah, I think crossplay would be a huge like accomplishment for them. Just because I know like at the same time, people also want to play like I know people who just want to play not even with friends but like streamers, because I know certain, what is that? That's not a doe, is it? I can't even tell what that is. Oh, that's a turkey right there. Oh, I would go for it, but I got that buck right there that I'm really wanting to get. Okay, I'm gonna crouch. Oh, toggle isn't on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna crouch in here. I'll get the rifle pulled out and get ready. Sorry, back to the original thing. I know a lot of people, or I know a lot of streamers who like only do like PC or whatever console they're on, but they do like not giveaways, but like sweepstakes of like, you know, hey, enter for this chance to go hunting with me. You have to be on this and da 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 da. So I think, you know, I think if you gave people the ability to have crossplay, I think it would help a lot with, you know, reaching new audiences, because it opens up the ability for people to play with their friends. Because I definitely understand the console, you know, back and forth. Okay. I don't have an eye on him. I hope he didn't hear me and flee. Like, I don't think I was close enough to them for that. Is that them right there? I can't see because of the things. That's frustrating. I mean, like the low graphics to like high graphics swap. I think they're right in front of me somewhere here. They might be a little farther to the right. I can't tell exactly. Let's see if I can't pull this out. I'm really afraid of hitting my mouse click and then shooting by accident. Yeah, they're right there. Okay, I see them. So I'll actually probably go prone here and just line up for the shot. I mean, like, the thing is, I've got all the time in the world here because it's only like 10 o'clock in the game. Oh, I also have to chamber. I forgot about that. I put on manual chambering. Ooh, that would have been bad. That would have been really bad, especially if they would see me. Okay. We'll go for a nice slow approach here. I'm not wanting to spook them or anything, so we'll see how we can get on. Part of me's like crouch. I'll crouch for a second. Just speed it up just a tiny bit. Like, I don't need to be Evel Knievel here. I don't need to be running, but you know, for time's sake, just because I do want to move on to some of the other zones. I think I'm able to get into this brush right here and get a pretty good shot. We'll see. I'm hoping so. There's no vegetation and I'm crouched, so I don't think there should be any noise or anything. And I think I should be fairly covered. What map should you get on? Well, here's the question. What do you like hunting? I like hunting deer of all kinds. You know, red deer, fallow deer, roe deer, even elk. I have a friend who likes hunting birds. I mean, you know, he's a waterfowl hunter, so that's kind of the question is what are you wanting to hunt? And that's going to really shape the answer of what map you should hunt. Okay, I'm gonna prone here, and then the goal is gonna be to get to that tree where I can set up. I think if you're, okay, how about this? If you like smaller stuff like 1 to 2s, like coyotes and stuff, I think the new map. I don't know. I also don't know what maps you have. I mean, for DLCs, I think Solhuisen or new one with all the birds. I think that one's a good one. I like that one. That one's pretty fun. If you're into medium, I would say either Leighton Lakes, just because of the whitetail and blacktail, or you could I want a whitetail, but I don't have any. Doesn't want. If you want a diamond whitetail, here's what I'm gonna say. I'll say this: New England mountains can be good for whitetail. I'm not gonna say it can be. It is pretty good. There's lots of rivers. There's lots of open space like that. The problem is they wind a lot. So like you're gonna have like a really, your biggest challenge is gonna be trying to spot them from a distance. Okay, let me lock in real quick. I gotta find the big dude. Okay, that's the big dude right there. Okay, I'm thinking something like right there, maybe. Okay, I have no idea if he's gonna go down or not. Let's watch. Oh, he went in the water. Okay, let's see. I'm hoping he'll just drop. Oh, I think he just dropped right there. I think he just dropped. Yep. Yep. Okay. Nice. That's huge. Leighton Lakes I like. I mean, you can see it's pretty open. It's pretty open areas and stuff like that. The problem is some of the spots are real wonky, like you can get, like I've had ones, so they're not supposed to be like any farther than, they can be on this lake. They can't be on this lake. They can be here. They're not supposed to be like any farther than right here, right? Like if you cut this map, they're never going to be here. They're almost, I don't think they're ever supposed to be here. I've never had one here. I've never had one up here. They used to be up here. They're not anymore. I've had one like right here, and I've had some on this lake. But they can go all the way up here. They can go here. They can go here. There's actually, so if you follow this right here, this little lake, there's actually a hidden little pond right there. And I've had 3 zones there before. So, I mean, it can be like a real toss-up, like when trying to, find all the zones, if that's what you're trying to do, just find zones. Like I said, I like finding zones just because I like knowing where they're at. Like I'm about to find a zone because I want to know where it's at so I can go back to it. I think, especially since you said you're wanting bear as well, if you want bear and whitetail, I would definitely suggest Leighton. Leighton's a good one. Leighton's very open, little wonky though. Revontuli, also very open. I like the lake at the bottom left. That's my best zone that I found. Yeah, I think you're probably talking about this one. I've had a couple. I've had one here, and then here before. So like 4 zones at one lake. That one's fine to me. It's just, if you're cross shooting, like if you're trying to shoot across, you're gonna alert every other zone at once as well. So that's the one thing that I don't like. Ooh, a little bit of lag on the computer. That's the one thing I don't like about it. But Leighton's good. Revontuli is also very open. I mean, a lot of people love Revontuli for whitetail hunting just because it is so open. Oh, look at this guy. Let's see. I'll continue my spiel about it in a second. He looks pretty good. I mean, like, that's, I would say maybe gold. Definitely not diamond, but I mean, like, that's a pretty good rack. Yeah, I would say that's probably gold if I had to take my, yep. 239. Man, he was pretty big. He was bigger than I thought he was. Look at that first time. That first time is pretty nuts. Yeah, let's see. 101 yards. Man, I got way closer than I should have. I should have just shot at like 160. I'm low level. I don't have any perks or anything. I think that's actually fine. I'm not gonna. I may taxidermy him just because of the fact that it's my first. But at the same time, I don't need to be sentimental with it. I just need the money for now. Anyways, Revontuli is good. Lots of lakes, not a lot of rivers, which I know a lot of people love the fact that there's lakes because you can kind of sit on the far side and then shoot, especially if you set up tents and blinds and stuff, which is what I usually do. New England is harder in my opinion because, like I said, there's lots of rivers. It's not necessarily lakes. It's rivers that wind and go back and forth, and that is a little hard to deal with to me, like, because you have to, if you're trying to like find the zones, if you're sneaking like this and it makes a curve or however you do that, something like this, you're here, they're here. When you're walking around, they're gonna either hear you or they're gonna see you. So I mean, it's not a bad one. I found a lot of zones that I really like on there, but I would definitely prefer Revontuli or Leighton to that. And then Quattro Colinas, I honestly haven't even hunted Quattro Colinas enough to give like a big impression on it. I don't like Cuatro Colinas a whole lot as a map. I mean, I would prefer for some things like Rancho del Arroyo. Wait, no, hold on. Am I thinking of Rancho del Arroyo? I don't know which one is the one that has whitetail. It's one of the... Cuatro Colinas is the one... Dang, man, which one am I thinking of? One of them has whitetail, one of them doesn't. The one that has whitetail, I'm not the biggest fan of. Which one am I thinking of? I didn't like it. Yeah, see, I'm not the biggest fan of it. There's a couple maps in here that are... Yes? Oh, sorry, my wife is giving me the side eye, so I thought I was in trouble. She's not side eyeing me. Oh, she's admiring me. Anyways. Wow. No. There are a few maps that I just think are like dud maps. Like I think Parque Fernando isn't bad, but there's like one spot on the entire map that's good, and if you don't hunt that spot, you're pretty much hunting nothing at all. I know a lot of people who really like Parque Fernando and think it's like a really great map. I don't agree. I just don't like the map design on it. I think the Pumas, I think they just really need to readjust some of the animal behaviors, because like the whole the Pumas, Panthers, whatever they are, where they like growl and then run around for 5 minutes, but like just continually just like that really annoys me whenever I'm trying to like, you know, hunt not springbok, but like axis deer or whatever I'm trying to hunt whenever I'm on there. I forget which one is the main one of Parque Fernando, but that one normally annoys me a little bit. New England I wouldn't say is a dud. It's great for two animals. There are two animals that you can hunt on New England. You either hunt moose or you hunt whitetail. You're not hunting anything else. I mean, like, you maybe, but the only two animals I ever see, ooh, there's a bit of lag. The only two animals I ever see personally are either moose or whitetail. Not that that's a bad thing, you know, if you're doing your moose grind or if you're doing your white grind or your whitetail grind. I know a lot of people who did their moose grind. Oh, we got deer. We got deer. That's a doe. That's a doe. It's a little buck. There's another doe. We'll get up here and see what we can see. But I know a lot of people who did their moose grind or whatever on New England. So, I mean, you know. I think besides moose, I think that, oh my gosh, what is the tundra one called? Why am I blanking on it? I've played it so many times. Medved. I think Medved is a bit of a dud. It's great for moose. It's really good for moose, but like the caribou and the reindeer or whatever, they're just not my favorite to hunt, and I don't see them that much whenever I play. For moose, I go Alaska map with the name of it. Oh, you're thinking of Yukon. Yukon's pretty good for moose. Yeah, Yukon's alright. I like Medved just because on Medved, there's like the giant icy plains that you can literally just put a tent on, like, you know, 300 yards away, teleport to it, and then you're just in an open field, nothing blocking you. I mean, it is a little silly how easy it is to hunt moose on Medved. But like I said, besides Medved, the wolves are alright. I just don't think they're populated enough on that map specifically. What's that over there? I see something. Oh, it's a deer, yeah. Okay. I'm not seeing anything else over in this area right now. I hate how laggy this gets whenever. I've got the texture resolution at like the lowest setting. I don't know how I'm supposed to fix that. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can't take this shot real quick. I don't know how far I am. Ooh, golly, that is the most zoom in I can get. Okay. I think I'm going to go for, like, right. I'm going to go for really high on the back. I don't know if I want to go really high on the back. I'm going to let my breath go for a second. I want to hit really high because my thought is, you know, I don't know how far out I am exactly. But if I can get that, like, really high shot that kind of bends down, I think that's going to help a lot. So I think we're going to go, like, okay. Man, that breath is crazy. I got to let my heart rate slow down. Do I have any perk points or anything? Oh, I have a skill point. Let's go. Skill point. I don't like that. I like... Ooh. I don't think I even have the directional tracking cone on. That's why. That's why I'm like. See, spotting knowledge wouldn't be bad, but I don't think I even have the spotting thing on, so that's kind of pointless. The one that would help me would be eventually, like, I think Stalker's going to be the way to go, so I think we'll do that. Yeah, I think Stalker's going to have to be the way to go for this playthrough, just because I have no UI. Okay, hold on. I also want to check something. Can I not that? Can I actually spot because I have UI? Oh, I can. So 104. Okay, see, I thought I turned that off. You know, bit of cheating in my opinion for a no UI run, but we'll run it anyways. I think I'm gonna go for like. I think that might have been a little bit too high and a little too far back. We'll see if he drops. I hope he does quickly. Oh, he's going into the river. I see him running still. Okay. The fastest way to get over there actually is... Oh, he did die. Oh, heck yeah, let's go. I didn't think I was going to drop him. Is Cinnamon good for a brown bear? Cinnamon is an uncommon fur variant, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's uncommon. I don't know if it's rare or not, but nonetheless, I love cinnamons. Cinnamon is one of my favorite kind of, especially if it's a black bear, just because it stands out. Okay. Just because it stands out so much. That dude on the right, that dude right there on the right, yeah, he's going on my wall. That dude's going on my wall. I don't think he's gonna be a diamond, but still, that's a big old buck. So you know, I'm gonna try to sneak up just a couple. Man, that's a gold at least. I mean, that's a strong gold. Okay, hold on. I should say this, then I'll take it. Yeah, dude, cinnamon's great. Take that for sure. How far out is he? I can't tell which one it is. 200 to 290. Okay, I'm not gonna run, but I am gonna walk. The ideal distance would be probably in that bush right there, but I don't know if that would be too close. I don't want them to get scared. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and crouch. I'll play the slow route here because that is a really nice buck, and I don't want to lose him. So for now, we're gonna play the slow route. Dang, it is only 10 o'clock at night. That is awful. I thought it was like midnight. That's horrible. I'm old. I am so old. Okay. Man, I'm like, I've got buck fever. I want to shoot him now. Like, you know, he's right there. I see him, but I know that the scope isn't going to do the justice. The only thing I can think of is if I got the scope pack. The Odin is my favorite scope at this point. I mean, like, it is just such a good scope. I was never a big fan of, man, I can't remember if it's the Argus or the Hyperion. That's the really long range one. I think the Hyperion is the one that everyone likes. It's like a 4 to 8, and then the Argus was like the, 8 to 16. That was a bit too zoomed in for some people. But like the Odin being that like 4 to 12, it's just like that good mid-range, but still longer than the Hyperion. Okay, let's see how far out this guy is. It's 160. Okay, I think if I get to that bush that I was talking about, I'm gonna be a little too close for my own comfort. So I think I'm gonna go for right now. I think I'm gonna go for this distance. I gotta make sure I rechamber the round. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's not a bad distance, and he's broad to me, so I don't know if that was too low or not. I feel like that might have been too low. I'm gonna watch for a second. Oh man, he's gone. Okay, we'll get up and we'll just run. My hope is that I don't think I hit heart, but my hope is that I at least hit lung. That was a little lower than I was expecting it to be, and I would have wanted it to be. How do I reload? Is it? There we go. I gotta reload real quick. I only had one left in the round. That was a little lower than I would have liked it to have been. However, I don't think it was necessarily a bad shot. I think he'll definitely bleed out, but I don't know if I got the hit that I absolutely wanted to. And I have not forgotten about my other one. I know that there's still one behind me. I will go get him in a minute, but I saw this big old guy and I wanted him. Is that it right there? I thought I saw something laying down. Wild. I gotta run all the way around this just so I can
see if I even killed him or not. Actually, I could check map. Oh, he's dead. That's a good sign.
Dead's usually a good sign whenever you're hunting. You know, if you're hunting something and it's still alive, I don't think you did a very good job of hunting it. I'm just gonna say that. That might be a controversial opinion, but oh, he's right there. He's right there. Yeah. That's him. Ooh, look at that. Okay. My bet is he's gonna be gold. I would not complain with the surprise diamond. Surprise diamond early into the playthrough would be a nice surprise. I just don't think he's got the girth on the horns for it. He's definitely got tines, but you know, like diamonds are just like, you know them when you see them. So let's see. I just didn't think I saw it there. Yeah, I mean he's got pretty good tines. I don't know. I mean he's a. Hold on, let's see. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's a 14 point. That could be. Oh, he's a gold. He was actually lower than the last one. The last was a 236 or a 237. Not bad though. Not bad though. 189 yards. That's not what I wanted to do. I forgot how to do the X-ray. Oh, X-ray. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So that wasn't as low as I thought it was. That's pretty good. What's happening? I was focused on tracking another brown bear. Oh. Shot a deer. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, saw this dude. I got a nice new zone over here, right here. It's a pretty big zone actually. So I'm not gonna complain with that. I think the fastest way would go, yeah, around that way. No, just got another deer. I was running after that one that I had shot originally way over yonder, and I happened to turn and see that there was a pretty nice group of deer. I mean, probably 10 or 12, and so I decided to take my shot at the one that looks the biggest. But you know, I'm surprised he was only 218 though. I mean, his antlers look pretty nice. I mean, like good tines, good length, good girth. But you know, game is game. So we'll run back. I know I shouldn't be running because I'm trying to find zones, and this is not the way to do that. But I do know that somewhere over in that area I have another buck waiting for me that I shot. So I'm gonna try to go see if I can't find him and pick him up, because he's definitely not going to be a diamond, but I think, you know, he could be a gold, and gold is money and rifle score, and I'm not going to complain with that. Let's see if there's anything over here on this part of the lake. Oh, nothing too crazy. So there's one. I'll take that for sure. That's the campsite, or not the campsite. That's the hunting blind. How far am I away from him? 210 to 290. That's a bit. What time is it? 9:53. I'm saying it again. Thank you for telling me in real life. I love you. It's a bit farther than I would have liked, or than I would like, but I think for now I'll go ahead and take it, just because none of them are too crazy big. So I think we'll go right about right there. I don't know. We'll see if he drops or not. A bit laggy there. He's that second to back one. Oh, wait. No, he's not. Oh, that's him right there. Okay. I'll go there and I'll track him in a second. I'll see if he died. I know the one over here died earlier, though. I got to rechamber my weapon. I keep forgetting that. Oh, you found him? Nice. Kill him for me. Let me know what you get. I need to know if you got another good bear or not. Okay, I gotta figure out where that first deer was. Oh, that's crazy. My computer just did sticky keys because I've been sprinting so much, I'm using shift so much. My game kind of freaked out. Okay. I'm 90% sure I shot him from over there, like into this area somewhere. So it's gonna be finding the blood splatter more than anything. Or I guess I could look at the map and it's going to show the hunting pressure, because the pressure would be where I killed him at. Yeah, so he was up in this cove right here somewhere. Which, okay, just a silver red brown. Hey, red brown's not bad. Also, nothing wrong with a silver, man. Listen, that's money and XP right there. So as long as you're killing something, oh, turkey. As long as you're killing something, you are getting money for it. So, can't ever complain with that. We need to find his blood splatter. See, like that's not gonna be it. Oh, that's a bear. Yeah, that's definitely not what I was trying to figure out. Am I not?
I am. Okay, so I just killed something over here. Was he over here? See, that's the bear. I just shot something over here. Go run through the forest a bit, look for it. I mean, you know. Maybe I'll find a body somewhere. I wonder if it was one of those things where it's like they like are supposed to be somewhere but they're not. I got no idea. It says that he's right there. See, that's bear, I think. Oh, hold on. It says I saw him way over here. Yeah, okay, that's what I then. I'm not. Yeah, so it's showing that the zone's over here, but he was actually way farther away. I like the red brown. Actually, might do a double mount cinnamon gun. That's a cool one. I like doing the not just directly black bear. Like not my bear. I mean, the not directly like just black fur mounts. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Yeah, here's where the deer were. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, so we did get vital. That's good. I'll always take a vital. Let's see if there's anything over here. I don't see anything off rip. Yeah. We're getting towards the end of their drinking time, so we'll have to see how that goes. So he ran back. Oh, he's right here. Okay, that was easy. I'll take that. Okay, yeah, he's silver, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, silver. Nothing wrong with him. Where did I hit him at? I like knowing where I hit him. So I got him. Ooh, I was almost too high on that guy. I'm gonna level up and take that perk point. I think that's a perk, and I will always take a perk point. Because that lets me... I'm not able to get zeroing just yet, but... You know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, would I even be able to use the perk point? Because I don't actually have the like, menu options pulled up. So, I don't know if that's going to work. Also, if anyone just hopped in, welcome to the stream. I'm killing deer. Not killing deer. I am hunting deer. That's the better word for it. That's the Twitch word for it. I am hunting deer because I like to. I'm finding where they're drinking their water, and I'm taking them by surprise. Okay. I think I shot that other one somewhere right over here. I know he was along this coast. Let's see if there's anything off in the distance. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. I know there's like a little back area. Ooh, is this the same one I got? Yeah, this is. Okay. So he should have been somewhere over here at the trot. Doesn't tell me the male or female. I look for that blood splatter. The blood splatter. Oh, never mind. Found his body. His body's good. I'll take his body. Oh, look right there. Ooh, look right there. I'm glad I stopped running when I did. Nothing too big. I see a little silver right there, probably. See a little bronze off in the distance. Okay. I feel like I stopped running. He was gold. Wow. He's bigger than I thought he was. 239. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, he's good. Oh, I meant to accept. My bad. Okay. How far am I from... Okay, they're both at really awkward angles now. I'm really not trying to shoot at a downward angle like that, but I can do this. Okay, I need to stop running. My caps lock is on. I can run over to this side and then maybe try to get a side shot at him. Ooh, or I can do something I haven't done all playthrough actually, the whole playthrough yet. I've not called one in yet. I can try calling one in and see how I'm doing on that. Okay. So I'll get right here. I think I'll crouch and just like post up. And then after that I will go I don't know how close they are. That's what I need to know is how close are they. Okay. They're a little closer than I would like them to be. So I'm actually going to sneak up just a little bit. I'll probably sneak up to right about... Let me go like right here. I think right here is good. And then I'll probably pull out the, this. Yep. Yep. Hit this a couple times, you know. Get them really interested. hit that a couple times. Amen. Welcome in if you're just joining. Tracking a small group of deer right now. Nothing too crazy, but you know, I'm not gonna say no to a free deer. So I see that doe. That doe is right there. But I'm not after doe, I'm after buck. I want antlers. I want a good mount. Yeah, see, I hate the low texture. Cause I'm using low texture too, and then as soon as I aim in, it goes back to the high res, and the high res kills me every time. Okay, let's see, how far am I from that one? Oh, I can't do that without, yeah. I'm not high enough level to spot through my scope yet. And I can't technically spot through that. Oh, 120 to 160. Probably try to sneak up just a little bit more. Maybe like another 15 or 20 yards. And then I'll probably use my collar just because I know my collar only works up to 160. So I think that's a pretty good like middle ground of where I can actually feasibly kill him. So we'll try that. Okay, let's see. A little call in there. Keep sneaking up just a little bit. Oh, I see one coming. I'm gonna stop moving because I don't want my motion to set them off. So that's a doe. If I can get one of the bucks to come. Is that a buck right there? That is. Not quite the one that I want though. I'll take whatever I can get really, because like I said, I'm low level, so I'll just take any extra chance I can get. But I'd prefer not just have a bronze. Oh, look at that guy. Yep, that's what I'm going for right there. I think if I can, if he gets any closer, probably shoot through the grass. Yeah, he definitely senses me. Okay. Okay, gotta let my breathing go a little bit. Okay, if I can get a chance to... Yep. Definitely know I'm here. Okay. That's not good. He turned around. I don't like that. I would like him to turn around, please. Please. Okay, he's running. There's another one right there. Let's see if I can shoot him through. Okay, I definitely hit. Oh, look at all the ducks. That's a pretty little scene. Okay, so definitely hit. That was good. That was the goal. I'll caps lock for now, so I can continuously sprint easier than holding my shift button. Pull out my binocs. I have a feeling I probably didn't get him great, but you know, I also don't need to get him necessarily great. Oh, mallard, interesting. Oh, is it a big blue feather like that? Feather. Where was he when I shot it? Is this him right here? Yeah, low organ. Yeah, no organs hit. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be a kill. Oh yeah, I'll probably just have to dip out on that one. I don't think he's gonna die from that. I'll probably head up here to get this little outpost real quick. Not like I can actually see where it is. I'll head up to this outpost real quick and get that, and then I'll probably end the VOD for here for right now. Maybe switch over to a different game. This one's just running a little janky on my PC right now. Definitely been a successful hunt though. I think we've gotten 4 bucks. Yeah, they're somewhere up in that mountain. I'll see them. I think we gotten 4 bucks in a doe. You know, definitely not like the craziest day, but like that's pretty good. I'll take that for sure. Okay. Is that Ryder? My dog just growled, and I thought it was a bear in the game, but it turns out it was just my dog behind me. Oh, he groaned. My apologies. My dog groaned, and I thought it was a bear. Ryder can growl. It feels like it. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I think I might actually stick... I think I'm actually going to stick to the coast because, you know, it's 11:30, but I know that the deer will stay out for a bit, so I'll probably try to run and have them... I'll probably just try to, like, spot ahead with my... I hear moose, I hear turkey. All good signs. Whitetail. I think this is... Oh, that's a whitetail. Is this the zone that I shot at earlier, or is that a different one? I think this is the zone that I shot at earlier. Let's see. Yeah, I know this is a zone I already had. And didn't discover it. Yeah, this is where I shot that buck earlier. Trail distance is 6 miles, just got an achievement. Let's go. Turn me up. Okay. I'm gonna try to run. I normally wouldn't run a whole lot just because, you know, I don't want to disturb the deer. However, at the same time, I've only got 20 minutes in game until it's wrap up time. Is there a deer? No, that's black bear. Okay, I'm fine. I'll take any zones I can find. Not seeing any deer there. Nor here. It's not there. I'd like to see more deer. I'd like to see more zones if I could. It's okay. I'll take this little hill right here because I know it's going to lead to that. It's going to lead to the railroad. Not railroad, it's going to lead to the bridge. I'm thinking of a bridge for a second. So, we'll definitely go for that. I'm not going to complain. Yeah, there's the bridge in the background. Okay, let's see. Do I see anything? I know they can hear me from super far away. Oh. Okay, yeah. Something, yeah, whitetail. Okay, so they're set up like right. Oh yeah, they were right here. They were right here, and I completely missed them because I was running. Doesn't tell me how many. That's a skill for later in the game, but I mean, like, that's good. I've got nothing so far, and if you don't mind with your Discord, so I can show you the double mount when I have the money. Y'all drop my Discord. It's I'm pretty sure, let me grab my phone. Where's my phone at? I'm pretty sure my Discord is the same as my Twitch name. I think it's just the Nerdy Bird guy. Wait, find my profile. Well, where's the friends thing? I know there's like a tab where I can do friends or something. Not settings, I just want to do me. Okay, maybe it's me. Yeah, I think it's just, I think it's catfish. If it would let me hop out of here real quick, hold on. I'll drop it in the Twitch chat. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. Yeah, that should be my Discord. Okay. It's 11:51. Yeah, I don't think I'll see anything else until the end of the or until I get to the cabin. I think it's just a little too late. They're normally all gonna be leaving, and I'm running through the muck right now, so they're hearing me from super far away. Oh, was that deer I just saw? No. I added you. Okay. Yeah, I see that. I added you back, so you can show me your double mount when you get the chance. Very nice. Okay. There's one good area right up here that like is pretty good for whitetail normally. We'll see how that goes. I know it's like a big opening up in this area that I usually like to run a lot. Whenever I was first setting up my original Great One grind on my Xbox, I had a lot of zones here, and before I knew about, like, you know, trying to manage my zones, I just shot a bunch of them out by accident. It was a horrible idea, because a lot of them were actually really good zones. And then, you know, in retrospect, I blew all of them up because I would shoot, like, every single deer at one time, and I was like, yeah, surely they'll all respawn at the same spot. I came to learn, no, they don't all respawn at the same spot. It actually just completely destroys the zone if you do that. We'll see. I mean, I'm pretty close to it now, so. And when I do get to the cabin, I'm probably going to end the stream, like I said, so. This is a warning. I don't see any deer, really. I'll take another look real quick. Yeah, I don't see anything even across the way. Normally there's a spot or two over there that I like, but I've had them over there. I've had them at the far side of this little area. That's what I'm trying to get to real quick before it turns to 12 and they start walking out. I've had them back in this area before, not where the grass is, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have any over here right now. I think it's just too late. I think I just came over here after everything was already done. So I think that'll probably wrap this session, which is fine. I think, like I said, I think I got $5 in a doe, which I'm not gonna complain with that, or at least 4 doe. Yeah, so $4 in a doe. I'm not gonna complain with that. It's a pretty good session. Pretty good time, especially for most of them being gold. Actually, 3 golds, 1 silver. You know, for a session 1, that's not terrible, especially with the limited equipment that we have right now. So hopefully as we level up, we'll be able to, you know, get them a little easier. I won't have to worry so much about trying to, you know, ambush them and sneak up on them. You know, those later perks of, like, you know, visibility reduction and stuff are really crazy for being able to sneak up on them and find them easily. But there is the outpost. Isn't it cozy? But I think that's probably where I'm going to call it for today. Thank you so much for watching, if you've been watching the entire time, or even if you just stopped by for a minute.